time for, of course, Soft Power Hour, which is our main segment. We talk about how China tries to change the world through nefarious means, because it's never good means, is it? No, it's never like, oh, we'll just do this. No, it's always kind of crappy the way the CCP acts, and you're going to see this now. First of all, let's start out with our famous wolf, one of our favorite wolf warriors, Zhao Lijian. Yes. What did he do?
So Zhao Lijian, our wolf wanker, I wish we had a picture of my... Oh, yeah, he's in the corner.
He's in the corner.
I thought he should
he's always that guy going like this. He's like...
Hey, why is he always doing that?
I don't know. You always see that. It's like, it's your fault. It can never be China's fault.
Yes.
You know, that's what he does.
Very Shakespearean.
Yeah, he's always got his hand out.
Yeah, like what the... You know?
Yeah, he's that guy.
Anyway, so... I'm trying to get into a good habit now, in case anyone is new to the show, to explain everything from scratch. So just pay attention, guys, because I don't always want to. No, I don't always just want to go in. You know, just in case there's new people who don't know what a wolf wanker is.
Yeah.
A wolf warrior, diplomat, or wolf wanker is somebody hired by the Chinese government that has official status.
Yeah.
Official status. This is not like a commentator.
Yeah.
This is the foreign ministry spokesperson.
Sure.
So this person hired by Xi Jinping's cadres to go out to the world and say, these words that I'm saying right now represents the Chinese state.
Yes.
Right.
And
so
they're always very crass and terrible and not diplomatic.
So they were named after a really shit propaganda movie called Wolf Warrior in China. And in fact,
hard to say. That is our country.
Yeah. Yes. I wish we had that clip.
Yeah, that should be a.
That's a great one. So you should line that up to some point.
Definitely.
So anyway, long story short, these guys, I should say, there's only a few of them. There's Wang Yi, Hua Chunying, and Zhao Lijian. They go out there and they speak on behalf of the Chinese government. Now, what they usually do recently is to go and find gotcha moments about why America's bad. America's kind of like the number one enemy right now.
Yeah.
Canada, America, Australia. The Western world, the five-eyed demons. They call
sure,
them.
they hate
So,
them.
yeah. So, Zhao Lijian goes out here, and his most recent foible, he's had many. We've caught him in many, many foibles.
Sure.
He goes out there and he posts this picture.
Just tweet. So the tweet says, after 20 years war, it should say 20 years of war, right? Whatever.
Yeah.
After 20 years war, this is what the hashtag US has brought to the children of hashtag Afghanistan. And he shows these heart-wrenching pictures of these poor children holding old ammunitions and mortar shells and stuff, in a war-torn type environment. Grubby children, it's that kind of thing, right? So this is basically him saying, look how bad the US is. Look what they've done to these terrible children. So the actual photographer, what did he have to say?
The photographer says, a Chinese foreign ministry spokesman has published, and this is Zhao Lijian's Twitter handle, photos taken by me in Idlib, and claims that this is what the United States brought to the children in Afghanistan. But in fact, this is what the Syrian regime, so the Assad regime, and the Russian forces brought to the children in Idlib.
Yes.
This was Russian forces that were helping the Assad regime, the authoritarian regime there. Yeah. This is the photos he took of that devastation.
Yeah.
They didn't even get the country right.
No, completely wrong. First of all, he stole the photos. He stole professional photos of a completely different, war-torn scenario.
Without permission, obviously.
Yeah, of course without permission, and then misrepresented them. And this shows you the level of racism within the Chinese government, because as far as the Chinese government is concerned, everything outside of China is literally one entity that you cannot tell the difference between them. They don't know the difference between Syria, Afghanistan, Russia, and the USA.
No.
I mean, I doubt he could even point it out on a map.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Actually, that's almost a guarantee.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, it's a Guone.
Yeah.
Guone.
So this is actually a little cultural nuance. In China, if you talk to somebody, I'm not even going to say uneducated people like Zhao Lijian, these state CCP people have the worst geography I've ever seen in my life. Have no clue, because you'll talk to party people in China. You'll meet them if you live there long enough. Yeah. People in the government, and they literally refer to the outside of China as Guowai. Yeah. So Guowai means outside country. I'm not even joking. It's kind of seen as one entity. Oh, that's just... They'll say things like, "Oh, that's just foreign stuff."
You foreigners like to eat hamburgers, and they're talking to like an Italian.
You could be sitting next to an Italian. Yeah. You could be sitting next to a Nigerian.
Yeah.
You could have a Filipino in your crowd, and they'll be like, "Oh, that's just your foreign stuff."
Yeah.
Right?
You're like, "What?
What are you talking about? What do you mean that for? I don't have anything in common with this guy, and he doesn't have anything in common with this guy."
It's like you foreigners it's your foreign holiday of Thanksgiving. I'm like, I'm not American.
Right.
I've never celebrated that in my life. What are you talking about?
I remember hanging out with a friend from Ghana.
Yeah.
We'd get the same treatment. They'd be like, oh, that's just your foreign stuff. I'm like, dude, we're not from the same country.
No.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, this is my friend.
But this just really highlights that. So there was this terrible incident where it went viral, a video of a man really horribly beating his wife. And in the end, the guy only got 5 days detention and a warning. And the police actually criticized and re-educated the woman and blamed it on her for escalating it by arguing in too extreme a way.
Yeah, so the man beat his wife, and the government punished her for making him beat her.
Yes, that's pretty much how it reads, if you read the official police statement. Anyway, so I made a bit of a stink about this on Twitter, and I just said, how unfair it is, basically.
Of course.
So this random... Tanky, because the guy can't understand Chinese. So
Tankies are pro-authoritarian people.
Yes, so he's obviously not Chinese.
No.
So he said, the real question is, where is Serpentzade's wife? Serpentzade supports the Nanjing massacre and shit talks China on the daily. I'm sure his marriage is going real well. Great family conversations during the Chinese New Year. So I was just like, I've never ever voiced any support for the Nanjing. I think it's one of the worst atrocities.
In fact, we've spoken
in
out
history.
Against it probably 20, 30 times now.
So I said to him, who supports the Nanjing massacre? You better have some proof before making accusations like that. And yes, my marriage is going great. Thanks for asking, because it is. That's,
And USA China One Love says, your marriage is going great. So, how are you getting along with your parents? They like you shit-talking and shitting on China on a daily basis? By the way, how's your home South Africa people still looting and having sky-high crime rates?
Yeah, it's like, what does that have?
What?
So you see this weird deflection they do. I'm pointing out a big hole in the domestic violence laws in China and how the plight of women in China. You see, this is not anti-China. This is actually pro-China. Because I want these laws to change.
Yeah, so
I
the
want
victim
the women.
blaming isn't a thing.
I want the women of China to be safer. I want the
Right.
domestic violence laws to be better.
One in 4 Chinese women are abused domestically.
1 in 4. Okay, 30% actually. If you look at
actually more.
the newest stats, it's awful. It's a huge problem in China, and the punishment is it never happens. And even now, if you're beaten to crap and you want a divorce, you can't. They have a 30-day cool-off period, which forces you to live with your abusive husband for another month before you can be considered for divorce. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I want to raise awareness. That's why I'm doing this, not out of any other reason. So this is his proof. He says,
Yes.
there's this random video that some dude made about us, which is just random. I don't know what it's about. He says, Serpentzade, your boy caught you saying about Nanking. So did you put the video in here?
Just wait. I want to explain this quick.
Okay.
So Nanking is actually Nanjing.
Yeah.
Nanjing massacre is when all the Japanese people...
It's called the rape of Nanjing.
Nanjing.
Yeah.
They went to Nanjing, China. They killed like 300-something thousand Chinese
It's
people,
awful.
beheaded babies,
It's disgusting.
raped women.
It's one of the
worst atrocities of mankind.
Absolutely.
So he's saying that this guy caught you saying that you supported the rape of Nanjing.
Yeah.
Let's find out what he said.
Well, let's see what he said.
Yeah.
Hey, so I wanted to make a confession video.
First and foremost, just so you know, neither of us have ever met this guy in real life.
No, but let's let him speak his piece.
So let's see what he says.
I mean, a testimony. I met Lawai 86 and Serpentzade in person, and I just wanted to talk about what they told me because it's shocking. Lawai himself told me, and this is in Chinese, 我喜欢吃中国菜, which means I think that Taiwan should go to war with China and massacre the people.
Wait, so
Don't give it away yet.
you
Don't give it away yet.
don't give it away yet?
No, just let's see what he said.
Okay.
We'll translate his statements in a second.
Okay, so now you're going to want to know what he said about
Yeah.
me. Okay.
Yeah. Very insane. And then Serpentzade, what he told me was 我喜欢吃北京菜, which means the rape of Nanking was totally justified, and and the Japanese were in the right, and I wish they succeeded. Terrible.
Okay, so
Well, let's yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'll take it back to this guy. So this guy's obviously making a joke
yes,
video.
it's just
okay.
a joke.
So what you apparently said was what?
He said that when I met him, I
Yeah.
said that Taiwan should be bombed. And
Yeah, but
everyone
what
should
was
be-
the Chinese that you
the
said?
Chinese that he said was 我喜欢吃中国菜, which means I like Chinese food.
And then what I said was I like Beijing food.
Yeah, 我喜欢北京菜.
So he said 我喜欢 Beijing Thai, which translates to, I approve of the Nanjing massacre, etc.
Yeah.
I mean, it's obviously a real joke
It's
video.
just a joke.
But the ridiculous...
He's joking.
Yeah, it's a joke. And of course, we've never met him before.
No.
And if you know Chinese, it's just literally...
He's taking the piss.
I
Yeah.
wish they succeeded. Terrible.
I think he's making a commentary on all these people that try to expose us all
Yeah,
the time.
yeah.
It's just a joke.
Yeah, so it's neither here nor there, but what's really ridiculous is that this tanky actually thought this guy
Yeah,
was
that's-
legit.
This is why we brought this up.
Yeah.
This guy used this as an argument against you, this USA China One Love account.
Yeah, so I just replied like, ha, 我喜欢 Beijing Thai means I like Beijing food, you moron.
But the great thing is what his follow-up. You would think he would be super embarrassed.
Yeah, let's see
Be
what
like,
his-
shit, I literally believe this dumb troll video.
Yeah. Well, his follow-up is brilliant. So he said, lol, nice, trying to dodge the topic as usual. Why don't you answer my original question? The guy clearly said that you said what the Japanese did was justified. Your whole life is you messed up, but you won't take any ownership. Any country, you're a loser. In any country, you're a loser. So, well, I guess maybe he didn't understand the Chinese I wrote.
I
right?
think he legitimately thought that you were like mistranslating it or something because what the guy originally said was correct.
Yeah.
He just doubled down.
Yeah.
He went all in with that 我喜欢 Beijing Tsai means I support the Nanjing massacre.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So again, like I just replied to him, this is gold. You tankies are so ridiculous and desperate. This is going on the podcast for sure. And here it is. It's on the podcast. I mean,
Wow.
how dumb must you be?
Wow.
Yeah.
He
Anyway,
should have just left it alone.
He should have. I mean, just to show you guys the kind of ridiculous harassment that we get all the time. And the accusations that are leveled against us are so outlandish that they have to start making things up now.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean? They literally do.
Yeah.
They have tried to call us everything under the
Everything you
sun.
can
Racists, pedophiles, you name it. They've
Yeah.
tried to label us as such. It never sticks because it's all bullshit, made up lies by these ridiculous
just make
tankies.
shit up about
No, you
someone.
can't just say something. You
We're-
better have some real proof.
It turns out you probably shouldn't go after people. We're pretty good guys. You got to pick someone else.
Yeah,
Sorry.
exactly. Anyway, maybe they're just projecting because that's the way they are.
I think that's a lot of it.
Yeah.
To be honest,
Yeah.
a lot of self guilt when you're supporting a genocidal regime.
Yeah.
You know?